Welcome in Zack Johnson, 2025 catcher out of Alabama's Bob Jones High School, who now gets to call himself a Crimson Tide commit. Zack, how are you? And thanks for the time.
I'm good. Just happy to be here.
Well, listen, man, I appreciate you making the time. First off, congratulations on the commitment. The 2025 class you're a part of, the first that had those restrictions placed on it from the coach contact, that being lifted August 1st. Take me inside the recruitment process for you. What was it like before the non-contact rule, which went into effect in April, and then after, which comes right after the PBR feature games that you were a part of?
So before the non-contact rule, I was just pretty much doing a lot of showcases, a lot of camps, trying to get my name out there. Then after the future games is when it started really picking up and speeding up in the process. So it happened pretty fast right after futures.
Okay, so you mentioned feature games. I mean, you homer, you get behind the plate, you get on the mound. How did you approach the opportunity that you had to represent Alabama?
So I just approached it like trying to have fun, play baseball. I've been playing it ever since I was young. So I mean, it's just a game, just have fun with it, and yeah.
Just a game, but man, you had that nice home run there on the elevated fastball. I mean, I think one of the things that doesn't get enough attention when it comes to the feature games is the atmosphere and all the scouts. How do you kind of compartmentalize things and just go out and play your game with everything else happening?
Well, as a catcher, it kind of helps me because I'm not looking at the scouts, I'm looking away. But you just got to kind of put them aside and just play for your team and have fun with it. So it's really, really, really good.
You mentioned being behind the plate. I think one of the things that does not get enough attention is the fact that you have so many pitchers that you have to learn and deal with in a short amount of time. Obviously, you got on the mound. Everybody wants to get out there and show out with that limited opportunities that they have. So how did you approach catching all these different guys? What were the conversations like? How quick was it for you to kind of learn who you were working with?
So I learned pretty much right during warm-ups how they were, if how they were warming up, if they took a while, if they didn't take a while. I would ask them if what kind of pitches they throw, just different stuff like that.
And how does it help you, the fact that you get on the mound too, that you kind of could talk to them a little bit differently than another catcher may be able to, who doesn't have to go out there and show out that way as well?
Yeah, it kind of helps. Like, I know the mindset when it comes to pitching. So you just kind of every pitcher is different, but you know the basis of how to get a pitcher to settle down and calm down and throw strikes.
As far as the skill sets for you as a catcher, what do you feel like right now is that big asset for you? And what are you kind of focused on as you get ready for your junior season?
I think as a catcher, I think my athleticism stands out a lot because I'm a lot more athletic than a lot of catchers. So I feel like it just stands out a lot.
I'll tell you what else stands out a lot is that pop time, which is between 186 and 202, which on the low end, and I know it's obviously not the same game, but only JT Realmuto is beating that on a consistent level when we're talking about big league catchers. So I'm curious, who do you look at in terms of the guys that you watch on television and say that's what a catcher is supposed to be like?
Well, I like JT, but also Sean Murphy. He's a real good guy. He's real good at throwing. His transfers real fast. That's what I work on a lot. Transfers because it's easiest way to get your time down.
Yeah, what does it do for a catch? I mean, you can say this as a pitcher, say this as a catcher. What does it do when a guy behind the plate, when a team shows that they want to go out there and test somebody on the base pass to be able to shut that down and let them know that's not working the rest of this game?
Oh yeah, it means everything because it just lets the guys play behind you and not worry about the runner. Lets the pitcher worry more about the hitter. So yeah.
In your commitment post, you said you wanted to thank your current and former coaches, not just in baseball, but also football and in hockey. And look, there's nothing wrong with guys who specialize. There's some athletes that that's the right thing for, but others it just doesn't work. So tell me about having all those other outlets and how that's helped you as a baseball player.
So like hockey wise, I feel like it helps me be more powerful and explosive and helps me get my legs kind of like conditioned for the catching. So catching long innings. And football, it just, getting stronger in the weight room, get that mentality, the hard-nosed mentality from football. So Yes,
You
sir.
were on the roster for an Alabama Thunder hockey team that won a national championship. You scored 27 goals, have 8 assists along the way. How did you find your way to hockey? Because obviously you've got the Huntsville Havoc out of the SPHL. The Nashville Predators are a couple hours away. But how does Zack Johnson find his way to the game of hockey?
So it was actually I went to a Havoc game. I was around 3, and I was like, Dad, I want to play that. It looks fun. So my dad signed me up like next week, and I just been playing ever since I was 3.
Well, Tom Glavine gets drafted by the LA Kings along with obviously the Atlanta Braves and ends up having quite a career for himself. So, you stay with the game of hockey, who knows? So I'm curious, what's the future set for you with baseball? How do you approach those other sports and maybe what comes with those?
Um, so right now I'm kind of just like having fun with those other sports, hockey mainly. Like I'll go maybe a stick and puck, just go out there, have fun with my friends. But nothing too serious now. Just kind of going out there, having fun.
Well, like I said, the future is certainly set. Now a Crimson Tide commit, one of the top players in Alabama for the class of 2025 is now wrapped up. Zack, congrats again, man. Wishing you all the best as you get ready for that junior season.
Thank you.